Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Let's Play Duskers. We're starting to hit that endgame content, and that's precisely what we like to see. Last time we got ourselves a new vessel, we just gallivanted everywhere, we lost some function on a lot of our drones and our ships, but we repaired it with the scrap that we have. So here we are, just kind of parked in the middle of this here galaxy. We've taken on a large barge and a military vessel. And let's see, because I forget what everything is looking like. We could be repairing an awful lot of... We have like 7 scraps, so I don't think I'm going to be repairing a lot of these video feeds, but boy, they all need repairing, don't they? Also, interface is kind of going down. Oh, and just all this stuff is looking bad, isn't it? Well, let's look at our ship config. We do have transporter turned off. Quarantine bypass and long-range scanner are on there. Long-range scanner is not really as good, but I guess I'll keep it for now. Is there anything that I can sell? Well, this sensor... Oh, I was keeping that, though, wasn't I? I've got 2 toes that I absolutely do not need, so one of these suckers is getting scrapped right away. How's interface looking? It's got a 15% chance. I should probably fix it, right? Because interface is so valuable. I'm going to do it. And just hope against hope that I find myself some decent whatever replacement scrap in the rest of these things. So we've got 1 infestation type. This is a medical class B ship. Let's rock, ladies and gentlemen. We've got plenty, by the way, of oh, there we go. Yeah, we've got plenty of sample data. We've got plenty of objectives. Finding out exactly which ones we're going to do is going to be the challenge at this point. So let's loose the probe, power on, and just basically go bananas in here. Alright, looks like we can see most of this ship just as is. We've been fortunate enough to not lose a drone, although Rock here does need some repairs. I see that we have ourselves a terminal, which is just so great when we can find one of those. If it had a defense, that would be, of course, even better, but, you know, you takes what you gets, so... Nope. Guess I shouldn't have really expected much. Ooh, although there is an angry person there. Now, because there's only 1 infestation type, and because that guy triggered the motion detector, I can tell that if I find a green area somewhere, that it's not actually full of angry space monsters. Because, whoa, this is potentially hazardous. I shouldn't be exploring down here, even though I did. I should have run away as soon as I saw that open door, so I guess we all know by this point I don't always do the right thing, but regardless. Okay. What to do? Well, we need to start exploring these other rooms, so I'd like to get up there and get that ship upgrade if I'm able to. We'll have to stop by and get that as well. Okay, so let's wait until Proby gets out there, close this up, put on our motion detection gear, and tell you what, let's do. Let's us get Lister involved in this. I did refill his turret, and I don't want it to be for nothing. Okay. Close up D11 there. Really, all I'm doing with him is going to head him on up and see if there's anything of use up here in this room. And we'll get Proby as well. It looks like nothing of much value, and that's fine. And we know right now that the monster is in R6. So let's just wait until Proby gets back up. Basically, I want to make sure that there's no hidden scrap in there. You know how it goes. Because, as I'm sure you know at this point, boy, every chunk of scrap that I can save is... Oh, I've already scanned up there, haven't I? I know there's nothing up there. Silly me. Okay. D11. And we are, of course, going to vent into space, whatever bugaboo that happens to be. Oh, I can wait. Don't worry about me. I see all the doors heading out from R6. There we go. And goodbye. And I think this means that there's not going to be anybody angry in here. But let's keep our turret on just to be sure. Come to think of it, I really should have been more careful, because you can totally get two monsters in a room there. Anyway, what do we got here? A long-range scanner. That's great. So, let's get everybody up here. And I'm immediately going to start towing that back to the ship, because those things sell for some pretty decent scrap. Okay. Now, unfortunately... Well, fortunately, I will say. What's blocking my route? D26 is. You can see there that if there is any closed doors between you and your destination, you just stop. And it doesn't do you the favor of telling you which door in particular is messing you up, which is a bit of a bummer, but, you know. So it goes. Okay. Let's close that. Open up D21. Stop towing. And we'll just take our sweet time here. I do like the ambient noise in this game. I will say that's one of the high points for me. Is just... ugh. Anybody home? I think we're home free. Okay, cool. Yeah, one of the high points in the game for me, for sure, is just hearing that hum of the spaceship in space. It's neat. I like it. Okay, we've located another one of those, and just tons and tons of rooms that we're not sure about. Huh? Well, that's fine. That's how it goes. What do we got? Okay, no signal for drone 2. Again, really, the signals that we care about are, we would really like to not lose signal for our exploration drone and our attack drone. So that'd be Lister and Rock 1 and 4. As far as the other ones go, I can pretty much direct them from the overhead view. As long as the overhead view stays intact. I know I've heard other people say differently in the thread, but I've really just, like, near exclusively, towards the end of the game, sometimes used the overhead view, because it's just so convenient. Okay. Tell you what I'm missing somewhere, then, is where the other power outlet is, because I know there's got to be one. Oh, maybe it's up there in, yeah, okay, so let's open D8. This is the only other room it could be in. It's, as long as you can get one room where you can get a foreshore reading. Okay. Let's keep our isolation policy strongly intact there. Who knows what this is? And the sort of the bummer about these is I honestly probably should set up a baffle and start turreting these guys, because this might have been two mechanical enemies, and I am throwing away scrap if I'm just venting these guys to space. I wish there were some onboard defensive turrets, but needs must, you know. Based on the sort of sluggishness, I'm kind of thinking... Oh, look at that, I broke door D24. Oh well. Okay. Let's just start motoring R4 there. And then the power plant for the rest of this station has got to be there in that room that D8 leads to. Not an especially... that's a bummer. Not an especially eventful ship so far. Oh, that's nice to see. 4? Yes, there is. I'll take that stun, and I'll probably sell it right away, but that's fine. Okay, see if I can get some more info about either of these two rooms up here. This is why you do want to keep exploring. You never know what you're going to find. Okay. Looks like D19 is free to open. And also not very exciting. That means I think the fuel pump is going to be there in R14. So, we'll just give any nasties a chance to migrate on over there, and then I think we'll call that ship pretty much explored. Get R4 out of there. And, hey, there's that video signal back. Think that's looking good? Sure enough. We got anything? Hey, there's propulsion fuel. Propulsion fuel and a jump cell. Well worth it. Let's head over to R9. Open up D15 to get there. Pinky here is going to make sure and pick back up the probe. Whoop. What? Oh, R7 has an enemy in it, does he? Okay, well, we can handle that. In a bit of a hurry, we can. Actually, tell you what we're going to do. We're going to go there. We're going to remotely power this room and close it off. There we go. Okay. Open up D12 and D11. Dock at A4. And we're just going to take an alternative route. So I don't actually know if we have seen a door getting attacked before. Let me tell you what that's about. Basically, what happens is every so once in a while an enemy decides that they hate a door. I think this means it was the organic enemies, which means I didn't waste scrap in not killing them, which is good. And you see, they just attack it for a while, and I don't... Can I reclose it? No, I sure can't. Yeah, they'll attack a door for a length of time. Once they've attacked it for long enough, then the door is just broken and you can't use anymore. Okay, I need to fix remote power. ASAP. That is absolutely job one. Okay, yeah, I'm not losing remote power. In fact, oh, I've got 2 long-range scanners, don't I? So let me convert that into scrap and immediately repair this thing. Because, as mentioned, not losing it. Yeah, this is something else that sort of becomes more common as we progress through the game. The real danger when it comes to, let's see, tow costs 10 to create and 10 to repair. So, you know, it's a bummer there. I'm just going to have to go with, oh, that's a transporter. It costs 10 to create and 10 to repair. Just the same. It's fine. Oh, I was going to sell this stun, wasn't I? Yes, indeed. Okay. Gets me up to 7. Should probably get some more motion. Okay. On we go. Yeah, just something else to worry about as we progress. Okay. Yeah, I'll slot in the long-range scanner. What's it gonna hurt? And if that power, if that ship upgrade gets any worse, then I will. I'll go ahead and fix it. Okay, we got 2 infestation types here. So, no new files. Yeah, just another little thing that the game can throw at you. I think that can happen early game as well as late, and it's just kind of been good luck that's kept it from finding us, or it's good luck that's kept us from encountering it so far. Okay, so we got 2 infestation types on this tiny, tiny little station here. Again, I think the game is always relatively nice about not having bugaboos in the early areas here. Now, again, motion doesn't necessarily mean everything, because the slimes can be around. Look at that. 3 free scrap from little Proby there. And because there are 2 enemy types, I'm, like, you know, reasonably sure that this room here is going to have the slime in it. Yes, indeed. Okay, propulsion fuel, and 2 jump cells. Wow, nice. Okay, cool. Let's never talk about D7 again. Is this powered? No, it's not powered. Okay, so, tell you what else we're gonna do. Drone 3 just lost video signal, that's fine. The slime can grow and attack you, especially while you're stationary. There was a disproven theory. Let's open up D9, and we'll close it then if we see it, you know, somebody start to get in there. Again, you never know, there could be a derelict drone or something in here that I'm going to want to pay attention to. Because again, there are 2 enemy types. I'm reasonably sure that there's going to be somebody in R3 or the room right next to it, so... okay. It's looking like nobody's taking the bait down there, so we're going to get Lister down here. Oh, this could be it. This could be the end of everything, ladies and gentlemen. This could be the end. Okay, A1 close. Oh, I got away. Okay. Well, we've seen the last enemy type. Yeah. Who did I lose? Lister, my attack drone. Okay, could have been worse, actually. That guy was only, as much as I hate to say it, useful for attack, and he did have turret, which is really nice to have. But, still... Whew, okay. That's the last enemy type, and that one is my least favorite. I know some other people have made some big noise about how they don't care for this or that other type of infestation, but the swarms are so nasty. So you maybe saw them a little bit. They look like a swarm of tiny drones. The deal is they are spawned, we've just learned, from vents. And so each vent can spawn, I think, 2 to 3 of them. They can see in, I think, a 360-degree aura around them. They will make a beeline straight for your drones and just swarm them to death. And there's really not a whole lot you can do. Even with a turret, they're faster to get to you than your turret can handle, usually. So you just need to be in a different room than them or be stealth. They are super aggressive. They are super fast. Frankly, I'm lucky that I only lost one drone to them. So we are looking for a replacement now, and thank goodness I led with my war drone, because the other sort of secret use of the war drone is the diversion drone while everybody else gets away. So, you know, he paid a high price for it. Oh, defense turrets. I love it. And look at that. R7 killed enemy already. Let's turn off the defense in case it turns out that R7 is... Oh, and we know where R7 is. It's not down there. Still, okay, R7 is the place, so we're going to do our old... In fact, let's do Sesame, and close D15, and D12. Oh! I might have screwed up everything. I think I screwed up everything. Ladies and gentlemen, things are bad. Yep, there was a swarm down there, and I think this is the end. Oh. Well, it was a good run, but yep. We're gonna be restarting, as it turns out. So I think we've learned a little bit about how this game can go late game. Look at that. 220 days survived. We killed 19 slimes, 23 brutes, visited 4 stargates, and we had our motion upgrades, entering hibernation mode. And what happens now is we take all of our information, we send it out into the ether, and it is eventually picked up and used. by the next drone operator that we're going to look at next time. So, I have realized after this little break here that I've been relying on my early game tactics where I'm, like, letting some things go and, yeah, thank you. Yeah, like I'm letting stuff go too much. Let's take on the Genius and the Queen of Spain, and I think we'll call that that. You can see that I have all of my logs from last time. Drone setup, though, we are back to standard. Oh, I got tow and stealth. That is great. Sensor is whatever, but let's get stealth back on us here. The things that it's really a bummer to lose are that quarantine bypass and the transporter, because look at all this stuff on here. This is quarantined and requires transporters. I can't get to any of this stuff. I can get to the barge, you know, anything that doesn't require any specialized equipment. But, yeah, that's what the game can be like late game. Opening doors, even just for a second in this kind of a late game situation, can be a real bummer. Like, I had enough time that if it had been a one of the robot enemies or one of those leapers, like, they delay for a few seconds before exploring new things and going after your drones. So I would have had enough time to deal with that. Unfortunately, the transporters made me cocky, and I just completely neglected my duties. I do kind of feel like rolling a little bit more. I don't feel quite dusked out, is what I'm saying. So, it stinks not to have a an interface. So, what do we got here? We got remote power, which is firmly installed and cannot be moved. That's fine. I don't have enough probe either. Man, all this stuff that I was coming to rely on is just down the drain. Well, that's the way it goes. Okay, looks like we've got long-range scanner that's busted. I think there's, what, 2 infestation types on here? Yeah, something to come to terms with is, oh, and also, do remember that I don't have remote power anymore either, so it goes. I'm going to have to be moving Robbie around a lot more. We'll be renaming all of these drones, of course. Let's see... Okay. One piece of good news is that the swarms are absolutely fooled by stealth unless you bump them, and oh, sweet mercy, we've got slime right off the bat there, don't we? Okay. Well, it looks like there's really nothing of interest in there, so let's get this, and then am I able to no. Still, let me flag R7 for venting as soon as I'm able to do that. Alright. Back up here we go. So this is sort of a grab-and-go mission at this point then, because we're looking to get the heck off of here. So, yeah, thank you, Duskers. I don't know why you thought I didn't know that. Okay, good. There's really nothing to stop any of these doors from having swarms behind them, which would just, as you might guess, sort of preemptively end the mission there. Okay, and we've got a grating in there, which, as you may remember, is certainly no longer safe. Still... let's go to R8 and see if we can do a little magic here. So that involves turning this on, closing this door, and... okay, busted everything in there, but whatever, the slimes are dead. That's what matters. Okay. So, one thing that I want to get better at is going through a door and kind of immediately closing it, because a tactic that's good to use when you have the stealth is really trying to not go through doors that are adjacent to where your other drones are, because while you are stealthed, your other drones are not, and I think we've seen how much like swarms wait before attacking, which is not at all. Another bummer about not having a probe is just because I go in a room doesn't mean I automatically find everything, which is normally not that bad of a problem, but really does become quite concerning when... Man, should I take this? The thing is old and volatile. That's the only reason I wouldn't. But it's got plenty of upgrade slots, doesn't it? Oh well. Well, let's just get out of here. Yeah, you will always want to have a room of buffer between you and your other drones. The reason being that if you're stealth, nobody goes after you right away, but they'll go after your drone buddies. So what I'm going to do here for the first couple missions is just try to get some upgrades, try to get some scrap, and etc. But do be considering that now that our first little exploration is down, let's see what the Queen of Spain's got. This thing is even older, 3 infestation types, which means for sure there's at least one real jerk in here, whether it's the slimes or whether it's the swarms. We've got a bunch of tasks open for us, and so part of our whole thing this time is going to be deciding which ones of them we want to go after. Okay, boy, there's a lot of scrap in this. Oh, and the everything is just right here, so that's nice. And we got a propulsion fuel there. Okay, doing the little navigation tango is always fun. All right. Oh, and that just controls stinking everything, doesn't it? Okay. Fortunately, because it controls stinking everything, we can really use stealth to its full capacity. So, venting the rooms to space does indeed destroy slime infestations in the way in which I demonstrated it there. I wish there was a way to issue commands like shut the door I just went through, but I don't think that specifically you can do. Okay. Oh, hello. Okay. So, R8 at least is off limits. Until I can find a way to vent it, I suppose. And there's a swarm. Okay. Tell you what I'm gonna do. You can kind of hear them buzzing in the background there. If they come in contact with a stealthed drone, they'll notice him. Don't they just look evil? They do, I know they do. They do go through open doors. Hopefully, eventually. Any time would be great. There it goes. Okay. Okay, close. Make sure it didn't come back. Get my stealth back there. Kind of hoping there's something worth it in here. And this is just another ship upgrade slot. I'm finding a ton of ship upgrade slots without a lot of ship upgrades in them, which is a bit of a bummer. Still, though, what I can do now... So you can see that they don't need a grating to be spawned from. Now, hopefully he doesn't like life down there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What's... Oh, slime. Yeah. Okay, well... Can I get a little close? Yes, I can. Shut that. Oh, that seems bad. Yes, that is bad. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, this early on, that's worth a reset just right there, because I've lost one of my 3 drones, and it'll be tough to make that up. We're gonna do another reset, ladies and gentlemen. The game is brutal. This is certainly the way as she is played. So, what I'm going to ask for, and again, this is just sort of showing off how things go when they reset, what I'm going to ask for is a task, a goal for us to go after. And so, look at the objectives. I'll post all the current objectives in the thread. Tell me what you would like me to go after, and we'll do that, and I'll catch you guys next time.